We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about it. Big win for SC. Big win for SC. I'm gonna wait till y'all get in here. Feel me? Wait till everybody come on in. If y'all still up and out there, y'all still up and out there. Gonna talk about this SC game. A great victory though. Hey man, we playing for a natty this year. We playing for a natty this year. If what I seen stay holding up, stay going, yes sir. And I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm gonna tell y'all why we could compete for a natty. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly why we could compete for a natty. And don't think I'm exaggerating. I'm overhyping. I'm doing something. Nah, man. Like for real, for real. We could play. We could play for a natty. If our defense gonna play like that, right? If our defense gonna play like that, we got a chance. Cause to be honest with y'all, our defense didn't even play that good. Let me tell you why the defense didn't play as best as they could play. Right? Why I think the defense is even better than it looked. We didn't get no pressures on the quarterback. We didn't get no sacks. We didn't get no sacks at all. But we still held them to 20 points. That's what's scary, right? That's what's scary about USC in that defense we got. I thought it was critical. I thought it was paramount, right? I thought it had to happen. I thought we had to get pressure on their quarterback to win the game. But we didn't, and we still held them to 20. And we still held them to 20. Now, I know that LSU, they got that big offensive line. They got the two tackles, right? They got the two tackles. So they good at protecting the quarterback. And I thought that was going to be the key. We was going to try to get creative and get tricky with the blitzes. Now, we was blitzing a lot in the first half, but it wasn't making home, and it was making plays off the blitz, hitting our linebackers, catching our safeties in one-on-one coverages. So if y'all notice, DeAnton Lynn, he dialed down the blitz, right? He dialed down the blitz and wasn't blitzing as much, right? And once he did that, our defense was able to even be more stout. They was even able to be more stout. So without us getting pressure in our defense to hold up, that's big. And this is supposed to be the best offensive line that we see. This is supposed to be the best offensive line that we face, right? So if this the best offensive line we gonna face, and Lucas and Shelby, they was right there. They was right there. There was a half a second late on a lot of plays. There was a half a second late on a lot of plays. They was just right there. And what I mean is they was beating the lineman, but it was too late. It was too late. But they was getting pressure. What y'all need? Or get it. But they was getting pressure, but it wasn't getting there. Nussmeyer was getting the ball off before they got there. But Lucas, Shelby, they looked good. They was actually beating their man. So I anticipate when we play other teams that we'll be able to get pressure. That we'll be able to get pressure because them some NFL tackles and they was beating them, but it was just a little too late. So imagine this same defense with pressure. Imagine this same defense with pressure on the quarterback. And this is the best, at least this is the best passing attack we gonna face. This is the best passing attack we gonna face all year. This is the best passing attack passing protection offensive line we gonna face all year. So the fact that we didn't get no sacks and still was this stout defensively, we could play for a natty. That defense, I didn't recognize that team out there. I didn't recognize that team. I didn't recognize that defense. Right? What I saw was something totally new, totally different. Just like I said, how Romello Height looked different. Everybody on our defense looked different as well. Everybody on our defense looked great as well. Look like totally different players. So once we start getting the pressure on and getting that pressure to the quarterback, which I believe we is for sure, I believe we is for sure gonna get pressure on that quarterback. Man, it's gonna be up. It's gonna be up. Our defense gonna be lethal. Our defense is gonna be lethal. Hey, we might as well back up the Brinks truck right now for Deanton Lynn, because if Deanton Lynn turn this defense around, like it looked like it's turned around, if this hold up all season, if we holding teams to under 20 points all season, somebody gonna poach him. Somebody gonna poach him. They gonna try to take him from us. I'm telling y'all. They're gonna try to take the Anton Land from us, so we might as well. But the thing is, if the Anton Land go, Matt Anson and Coach Henney, we got to promote them though. But I ain't even thinking this far. We got a whole season ahead. But I already can see we gonna be dominant on defense, guys. We gonna actually have a great defense. We was expecting it to at least be serviceable. That was more than a serviceable defense, right? That was more than a serviceable defense. That defense had potential to be elite. And I know it seemed like bend don't break. That was only because we wasn't getting no pressure, but the run game stout. I know they had like 117 yards rushing, right? But most of that came on one play. So you take away that big play they had in the run game. I know they averaged 4.5 yards per rush. If you take away that big run, that's like 3.5 per rush. Yeah, I'm telling you, defense showed out, Rolo. They held up too, because for a long time our offense wasn't doing nothing. We were squandering points in the red zone, right? We was going to the red zone, kicking field goals, missing field goals, right? So the defense was holding up when we should have been scoring tutties, when we should have been scoring tutties. And that defensive line, it was impressive that we was able to stop the run, but it was a light box. We didn't have to put 8 men in the box to stop the run. That's what I was excited about. We were stopping the run with 7 men in the box, right? I thought we would have to commit 8 and rely on our DBs to hold it down. But nah, but nah. So that got me excited. And I'm excited because that LSU offensive line is a NFL level offensive line. You think the LSU offense is the best we might face all season? It might be, because I ain't gonna lie. Their receivers was better than I thought they was, especially when they matched their receivers up against our safeties, right? Right? Nussmeyer, I ain't gonna lie, Nussmeyer better than what I thought he was too. Right? Them LSU boys, they could play. So it might be the best offense this season, depending on how the Big Ten looking. And the Big Ten wasn't looking that great. I mean, they played Akron. I heard Will Howard was looking mediocre, right? Drew Allor ain't all that. The Big Ten quarterbacks and offenses ain't looking that great, even though I know the Big Ten was winning. But LSU possibly could be the best offense we faced all year, right? So in our defense, it's gonna get better. Just think about it, y'all. Our defense gonna get better because this is the first game in the system. And I give them like a B grade. I don't think the defense played as good as they can, right? I don't think the defense played as good as they could because we didn't get no pressure. Just imagine when a team don't get no sacks, no pressure, and the quarterback is protected like that. They supposed to put up points and go down the field. They wasn't able to put up points just because our defense was so sick. We could stop the run with the basic front seven. Ain't got to put 8 man in the box. And the only thing they really could do, even though Nussmeyer, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was tossing the peel, but he was tossing the peel to the tight ends. Like when they get matchup on linebackers, they was trying to do that Utah game plan against us, where they feast with their tight ends against linebackers and safeties. But besides that, on the outside, we was doing good. Our DBs did great. So I just can anticipate our defensive line causing more wreck. First game of the season, NFL type offensive line LSU got. Right. And then we got some young dudes that was in there playing. We had Brandon Shelby in there playing. So I just know the defensive line gonna get much better. the defensive line go get much better. This might be the best offensive line we face. They got confidence, just like I said. They didn't get to the quarterback, but they was beating their man just a little bit too late. The LSU dudes was able to hold them just a little bit enough. Nutsmeyer could get it away. But I see that defense starting to rack up sacks too. And we had to create a gang of turnovers. Remember with the Alex Grease defense, when we won 11 games, the defense was trash, but we got turnovers and was able to win, right? We did this without turnovers and without sacks. You didn't see too much Bear. I mean, when you talking about defensive alignment, sometimes you got to go back and watch the film. You know, when I'm watching, I'm gonna give my analysis tomorrow. I'm gonna come with the little video to set up. I gotta get home. I'm on the road. You feel me? So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna watch the game and watch the tape. Right? I'm gonna go home, watch the game, watch the tape. But it's hard to tell with defensive alignment because he could have been getting double. They could have been running away from him. He could have been getting trapped. But as I'm watching the game, I'm watching as a fan. So when I'm watching the game, I ain't necessarily, I'm just looking at the result, right? I'm a true SC fan. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the result. But our D line was Bear had one tackle. That's it. Yeah, he need to do better than that. But our D line did good though. So who was balling? Somebody had to be balling. At this point, I can't sit here and hope a player that we expect to be a superstar. Just keep waiting for him to be a superstar. Ain't no one man bigger than the program. So I'm looking at the defense as a whole, right? So whatever Bear did, it was good enough. I didn't see him getting blown up. I didn't see no too many big plays. So when I'm watching the game, it's like I'm watching units. As a unit, the defensive line did good. We didn't get no sacks, but they was very stout in that run game. They was very stout in that run game, and we didn't have to put 8 man in the box. We was able to put 7 man in the box, sometimes 6 with 2 high safeties, right? So Deanton Lynn loved to run that 2 high safeties and not give up the deep pass, right? And that played to our advantage. That made them dink and dunk. That made them go to the tight ends versus the linebackers a lot. I do think we could play a little bit more aggressive with our DBs. I feel like sometimes we give too much cushion, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like he filling them out. You know what I'm saying? So I think as the season go on, the anti I feel like the whole team and the staff and the coaching staff, everybody finna be more confident. The players gonna trust each other more. The coaches gonna trust each other more. The players gonna trust the coaches more, and vice versa. So in the future, I think we'll see more press. Not necessarily press, but I think we was too kind of like giving up the cushion because we was blitzing a lot. So I want us to blitz a little less. It seemed like this defense was better blitzing a little left, and it seemed like our front four, our front five, they can get pressure. They can, like I said, they was winning their mans. It was just a little bit too late. So I just like to see our DBs just be a little, don't give up that easy, because that's how they was able to have them long drives. But we will buckle down in the red zone, right? We'll buckle down in the red zone. So I feel like we could go for a natty. And I don't feel like I'm saying this because I'm a USC fan. I'm saying this because when you have a defense, and I repeat for this, the people who in there, what I'm talking about now, you just came in here about how I feel like we could play for a natty. I feel like our defense didn't even play half its best. That's the scary thing. You was at the game. Hey, Rialto, if you was at the game, like what was some LSU fans like? What was they like after the game? You know what I'm saying? I know they was salty. They look like they left with their head down. But yeah, I'm talking about I feel like we could play for Natty because we put on a good defensive performance, and I feel like we played a C plus. I feel like they didn't even play their best game. I can look and tell they still their first game in the season. I know it is for LSU as well, but for us to be doused out in the run, only give up 20 points, man, I bet they was crying. They had the whole national media on their side, right? They had the whole national media. Everybody expect them to win. And then to lose to them California boys that you want to call soft and say we soft, we whooped that ass. We whooped on them. I know they was crying. I know they was shocked. And I know they was shocked when we was stumping that run game, right? I know they was shocked they couldn't push us around. They had to play like a West Coast. We had them playing like a Pac-12 team, throwing the ball all around. I thought it was going to get physical. LSU, I thought it was going to get physical. I thought y'all was going into a fist fight. We was way more physical than them. Y'all see Jalen Smith? Land hat. Oh, I can't wait to that Michigan game now because I see we can't be pushed around, y'all. We was more physical than LSU that game. We was the more physical team. They was playing like a Pac-12 team. We had them. They had to spread the ball out. I know they was talking smack, right? Until they seen how we was coming. You seen early, and we should have won by more. To be honest with y'all, we missed that field goal, and then when Jacoby Lane got the penalty for the illegal block, that could have been a tutty. We should have scored 7 on that drive. We only got 3, so we left 10 points on the board. We could have won more comfortably, right? They lucky they got them great tackles that we can sack their quarterback. Because if we could have got normal pressure and sacked their quarterback, this would have been a blowout. We gonna blow some teams out this year, right? We're gonna blow some teams out this year. Best believe me, because the Lincoln Riley offense gonna be better. They left some points out there that, like I said, we left 10 points out there. Let me see that 3. We missed the field goal at 3, then that 4, because we only got 3. We left 7 points out there. Yeah, we missed the field goal. Then we kicked the field goal after we was like at the 5-yard line after Jacoby Lane got that little penalty, right? So we actually could have won by more. And this ain't even our best game. I feel like our offense was squandering. Like we was getting down there and kicking field goals. That ain't gonna happen all season. You know what I'm saying? We had a young offensive line. I know they was quiet. I know they was quiet. But I heard the LSU fans actually kind of cool. No, nobody showed respect. I mean, you got to show respect. Nobody saluted. My question is they in the casinos, or I bet you they just went straight to the hotel room. They probably ain't even partying in Vegas tonight. They taking their ass to the house. You know what I'm saying? They probably taking their ass to the house. They probably want to go home now. But blaming on the media. Blaming on all them dudes where T-Bob at now. We're Paul Feinbaum. Somebody at Paul Feinbaum wake his old ass up. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have to put some respect on our name. They're gonna have to put some respect on our name. And we back to relevance. We ain't back where we want to be, which is national champions, dominating. But we back, bro. We back. Because this game right now shows me we have the talent to beat anybody. Now we might not be favorites. I ain't gonna say we the best team. Well, we damn sure a top 10 team. Nobody can't tell me that. Man, we wasn't coming to eat no gumbo. We was coming to play ball. They thought that, right? That's why they was talking all that trash. Oh, we coming in for a fist fight. Well, why did y'all throw the ball 50 times? Right? Because they felt that heat off top. They seen Braylon Shelby, Bearden. They seen our defensive lineman come on the field and was like, hold on. They got stopped on that 4th down. Wait. They like, hold on. We getting stopped in the red zone? Only way we could attack them, that's when I knew we probably was gonna win. When they just couldn't run the ball. It was getting on my nerves with them long drives. They was dinking and dunking with their tight ends, hitting our linebackers. But I was like, for sure. I was like, even if we win or lose, we gonna have a season this year, right? Because I know they do got an NFL level offensive line. So once our defensive line was on that level, when it's 2 NFL draft picks on that line, I'm like, we rolling, we rolling, and without Bear dominating. And like I said, we held them to 4.5 yards to carry. Take away that big run, it probably been like 3.5, 3.9, right? So without Bear dominating, we still was stout. That's what's scary. Bear didn't dominate. We didn't get no sacks. I'm telling y'all, we gonna cause wreck for all my 80s and 90s, baby. Remember that? We gonna cause wreck this year. We really is. I ain't overreacting because I know that at least that LSU offensive line is the real deal, and we look like we belong. Remember when we played Alabama? We didn't even belong on that field. Yeah, Bear was playing. Hey, I seen Bear make a monster hit. He rocked somebody though. I mean, I guess that was that one tackle he had. And I ain't gonna get on Bear. You could never get on a defense alignment. Like our defensive line probably would be able to be successful in the run game like we was because the attention Bear got. Just think about it, right? We only got one true nose tackle in Kobe Pepe. So when Kobe Pepe ain't in there and Bear in there, he basically got to play the nose tackle. When you a nose tackle, when you play in that position, you gonna sacrifice your numbers, right? So before we get on Bear, we got to look at the film and notice the game plan, what they was doing. And even if he did struggle, I don't care because I know he a certain amount of talent. I know Deanton Lynn and Coach Henney is gonna get what we need to get up out of him, right? And I know he gonna get better as the season goes along. I done seen him. He got talent, right? So Bear gonna play better. Bear, especially when they recognize that Anthony Lucas is a problem, Devon Tompkins is a Gavin Meyer. Especially when they turn on film in this game and see the other defensive lineman we got, what Shelby was doing, right? Shelby was lining up as edge and he was playing defensive end, right? Position versatility. Eric Gentry was a monster. Let's talk about EG. Let's talk about like we gave them our offense was failing us. Our offense was failing us. That's why I'm like, man, it'll be ironic if our offense be our weakness this year. But it ain't. It ain't though because they was clutch. And when somebody clutch, that know that they got it deep inside. When our offense had to do it, they did it. Right? They did it. And then Kyron Ware Hudson. Hey, when the depth chart came out, I was like, man, I wanted to see that Deuce Robinson that he won the wide receiver that position outright. I was kind of disappointed to see Kyron win it. But man, I gotta take all that back, bro. Like I apologize to Kyron because he was balling for sure, right? He was balling for sure. Spectacular catch after spectacular catch. Like Kyron Ware Hudson had a Odell Beckham on LSU, right? So I apologize, Kyron Ware Hudson. Boy, you a beast, boy. I ain't gonna never. I'm gonna only speak to you as the great Kyron Ware, right? Because without Kyron Ware, without his plays, we don't win. I'm talking about monster run hand grabs. Ooh, and that last one was nasty. Sick catch in, got hit, got nailed, kept the ball. Dog. Yeah, Jacoby Lane. You see that touchdown he caught? That's all Jacoby need is a one-on-one. That's all Jacoby need is a one-on-one. Yeah, he looking like Dwayne Jarrett with that number 8. Now he probably don't be able to eat like Dwayne Jarrett because we got so many weapons, right? But he's a mismatched nightmare. That's what I'm saying. Y'all, look, everybody that's in here, right? I want y'all to really think about it. Like we watching the game as fans, right? So it's hard to give analysis. But if y'all think about it, we didn't play our best game on offense. Like we was inconsistent on offense. Really, I mean Miller Moss, he was dropping the pill, but we wasn't finishing our drives. We left 10 points on the board. We wasn't executing when it mattered. And our defense wasn't getting no pressure on the quarterback. He didn't have all the time in the world though. Like he didn't have all the time, but he had enough time. We didn't get no sacks. So for us to play like that and still win, and we still left points on the board like 10 points, and to still win, I don't care if it was close. When it was close in the fourth quarter, we actually should have been up. Yeah, that's what you want to do with Jacoby Lang. You want to throw it almost too far and high, so only he could get it or nobody else. You got to use that length. Yeah, Xavier, we have a lot of upside. I seen the corners. I think the corners played decent. Like I seen the safeties, Hector. I seen Akili. He gave up that touchdown. He should have not gave up that touchdown. Like I thought it was an interception. The ball's in the air. I'm like, that's pick. I see him breaking on it. It looked like he could undercut it. I was calling pick, but he didn't even make a play on the balls. Like he tripped right before he was about to jump. Right, Hector? So think about the DBs though. Like I seen the Carlos give up a little bit, but Jacoby, Jalen, I feel that was pretty cool. Hector, I feel like they was attacking our linebackers and our safeties. Like if I missed them hitting our DBs up, then I just missed it. But from the most part, what I seen that was hurting me and what was keeping the drive going, they was getting passes on Cobb and Mascarenas and things like that and those safeties. And then they would take advantage of our soft coverage. Especially in the first half, they'll take advantage when we give them 10-yard cushion. They'll just run a 7-yard out and pop it, and there it go. But I didn't see our DBs getting 8, our corners like the guys that's on the island. I didn't see them getting 8 like they was getting 8 last year. Yeah, Hector, he didn't try. Like I feel like when you look at the replay, it seemed like he tripped up a little bit. It seemed like he was about to jump, but he tripped. He like hesitated, like he didn't know if he wanted to jump or not, or he was trying to time it, but then time it right, and it seemed like he tripped when I watched the replay. But even then, like even if our DBs, okay, our DBs giving up plays, like you said, gave us some plays. The DBs as a whole, the safeties, right? We was giving up plays, not getting no sacks, pressure on the quarterback, and we still only gave up 20 points. That's why I'm so excited, and I was gonna be excited whether it was gonna be a dub or a L, right? Because we was playing tough football. Like we wasn't. That was a C+ game. There's no way. I know the players. I know everybody happy, but I feel like there's no way the players and coaches don't think they left more on the table. Ain't no way they don't think they could have played better, right? And that's saying a lot, especially when the other team quarterback was balling. Nussmeyer was balling, right? He was upright. We didn't get, all these things. Just think about if we lost all the things we could have complained about. EG was balling. Hey, Brian, as you see more of the game, you see when it was critical, EG was on the field, right? You see, and I love that. Alex Grinch would have had him off the field. Well, I can't say that because Grinch would play Gentry. He just get hurt, right? But just think about if we would have lost all the things we could have complained about. We could have said, man, where's our edges? That's supposed to be a strong part of our defense. Why we didn't get no pressures? Why we didn't get no sacks? Why we was giving them easy pass completions? Why our offense was inconsistent and not scoring in the red zone? All them things. Nah, we didn't get lucky. Is that look, Hector? If you're a USC fan, right? How old is you? And I'm not coming for you, but we all got to know that. See, a good team, we gonna find a way how to win the games we shouldn't win, right? We got to find a way to win them games ugly. You could kind of look at it as an ugly win, but it was beautiful in the way we won it. We won it with toughness and was clutch, right? If a team show me they tough and they gonna compete every play like they did, right? Even when we lost on the play, we came back with our head up. We never took our head out the game. We never looked down. We never lost our confidence. Even when we was down 17 and 13 in the fourth quarter, I was seeing our players, they still had their swag. We won and came back like that because I could tell they still believe, right? I'm looking at body language. And when we was down 17-13, our body language was like, we got this. Their body language was like that. Like at some point in the game, and I feel like it was right at the end, we figured them out. Now it took 4.5 quarters, but we figured them out. Nah, we probably don't got our entire defensive playbook installed yet. Week 1, right? And I think once we get the entire thing installed, I think we have better success on a blitz. That's the only thing that kind of worried me because Deanton Lynn, he a blitz master and he blitzes a lot, right? He blitzed a lot, but the blitz wasn't working and they was kind of eating up our blitzes. So just like last year team, we better without blitzing. So I think we're gonna blitz more, and that's why I think it's gonna be critical when the defensive line start getting pressure to that quarterback. We gonna start getting to the pressure to that quarterback, right? But our blitz not working. Might this could show improve the Deanton Lynn, like, hey, we don't need the blitz. Because like I said, our defensive line was manhandling them. We didn't get no sacks, but in the run game, we was manhandling, and they got beat a couple plays. It was a couple of man plays I seen. I seen Anthony Lucas beat this man in this game more than he did all last year. He didn't get no sacks, but he was beating his man, right? He was beating his man. He was able to win. Nussmeyer just getting the ball out, right? Nussmeier was just able to get the ball out. But we didn't even play our best game. Our offense definitely didn't. Our offense was this clutch. So just imagine when our offense, that's what I'm saying, we playing for, do y'all think that we could play for a natty? Should I slow down? Right? Is LSU just overrated? Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I think we can too. I think we can too. Especially looking at the rest of the college football. Especially we look at, because there ain't a lot of great quarterbacks out there. And if we gonna have this solid defense, and it ain't no great quarterbacks out there, they gonna have a problem with us. Cautious, optimistic. Yeah, me too. What concerns y'all the most? Like, we got to talk the good and the bad. The good is our defense was able to hold them under 20 and was elite at times in the red zone and things of that nature. In the overall solid performance from the defense, and the offense was clutch. Miller Moss, he the quarterback of the future. He a dude. We happy, we lucky we got him and he stayed. And Will Howard didn't come, right? So what are y'all concerns? Injuries? Yeah, because we gave up a couple sacks. Yeah, but who Penn State? I know Drew Allard, but Drew Allard don't look good in good games. Michigan, they rebuilding. Now, when Michigan play Texas, they're going to show us a lot. Washington don't scare me, right? We scored 42 on Washington last year. And I feel like this offense is still that potent this year with a better defense. So I ain't worried about my Washington. But yeah, keep us as underdogs. I hope they keep respecting us. I hope we still get disrespected in the media. Like before this game, I was getting scared because I seen people showing us love. Even Josh Pate, he had picked us like a couple days ago. He had picked USC. I'm like, oh, this is getting scary. I'm like, these are scary hours. Rialto, Brian, Hector. I'm like, these are scary hours because people start picking us. Joe Klatt. I'm like, nah, keep y'all picks. When it get close to the game, they want to pay attention and think about the coaching staff we got. I'm telling y'all, coaching is worth everything in college football. I hope we win now and in a hurry because y'all, I don't know how long we able to keep the Anton Lynn because he turned his defense around. They're gonna be trying to snatch him. He already got the NFL protege. Hell yeah, this USC team better than last year. Hey Rolo, this USC team would have gave up at least 35-40 last year to this LSU team. You know why? Because this LSU team, they would have been able to run the ball. You know why? Because we would have been 1,400 pounds lighter than we was. You know why? Because we wouldn't have been lining up right like we was, right? So this defense better just on how we lining up on the field. Just our formations, we better than last year. So hell yeah, we would have lost this game a million times last year. Trust me. Yup. I want us to stay underdogs too. I want us to stay underdogs. We got to play with that chip on our shoulder, right? That dog work, and that's how you should play anyway. That's like the greatest players and the greatest team. When they get shown love in the media and they get applauded, they find any little thing they can to put a chip on their shoulder. Well, us, we ain't got to manufacture or nothing. We could just turn on ESPN. And I guarantee y'all that it's going to be all about what LSU didn't do. It's going to be all about Brian Kelly. Why did you stop doing this? They're going to say, oh, why did you stop giving the ball to Lacey and woo-de-woo-de-woo-de-woo? Oh, you had the game. I'm watching the LSU podcast. They like, we had this. We had this. No, y'all didn't, sucker. We had y'all right where we wanted y'all. We was having this. We was just squandering up. We was missing field goals and getting penalties in the red zone. We had them the whole time. They just didn't know it. They really was kind of struggling when I look at it because, like I said, they was really only they couldn't run on us. And they was really only able to attack our linebackers and our safeties if they got them one-on-one. That was it, right? Half of Nussmeier yards came on cushion we gave the receivers. So they felt like they had it. Nah, we were just losing it. We was giving them the game. I felt like we controlled the whole game. And then eventually, the scoreboard. Not yet. Man, my lighter won't work. I'm trying to celebrate. Already been celebrating. But my lighter ain't working. He want me to talk. You know what I'm saying? It's all good though. Yeah, I gotta have a celebratory smoke for the USC Trojans. Right? Because I was stretching during this game. I ain't gonna lie, especially in the first half, and it was only 10-10. I was like, man, we should be up at least 17-10, 20-10. Then we came out in the second half and didn't do nothing. I was kind of like, man, the offense finna really let us down. I'll be like, why my thoughts be coming true? Because at some point this off season, I'm like, man, it might be ironic with Caleb leaving, us tricking off Caleb's season, right? Waiting to get a defense. It might be ironic if our offense be the weak link this year and we don't do what we supposed to do on offense, right? But nah, I'm confident we gonna do what we have to do. Woody Marks look nice. We need to block better for him. We need to block better for him. We need to be more better in the run game, for sure. Because without Woody Marks, a couple big pops, they was kind of stopping our run game too, right? Now I'm getting my body right, but they was stopping our run game too. So, like I said, this wasn't our best game. And it probably wasn't LSU best game. Hey, look, I'm rooting for LSU the rest of the season. I hope LSU run through the SEC. Cause we can shut their ass up. Right? Let LSU run through the SEC. But Brian Kelly tripping though. Y'all heard what Brian Kelly said after the game? Brian Kelly said their quarterback played better than ours. Bro, you can't say that. I know his quarterback like, what the hell? You can't be like, oh, they quarterback played. So I hope Brian Kelly hasn't lost the locker room. Who Penn State running back, Rolo? So y'all think Kelly an overrated coach, or he just played against some better coaches? Our coaching staff, our coaches is better. Because LSU, I was on the LSU boards, y'all. They blaming this one on Brian Kelly. I think that's fake emotion. Cause he didn't seem that mad during the game. I didn't see him slamming nothing during the game. I seen him yelling at the referees. I think I seen him talk to Lacey a little bit after he got that little unsportsmanlike conduct for the touchdown. But he didn't have that energy during the game. He should have been breaking tables at halftime. But what y'all think? Y'all think that Brian Kelly overrated? Or we were just a better team, better coaches? Yeah, I think we did solid too. Utah State. Now I'm just looking at Utah State like, let's get through that game injury free. The starters shouldn't have to play the fourth quarter, right? And tomorrow I'm gonna go live again. I'm gonna try to get the Light the Torch podcast to go live with me again, talk about this game. You know what I'm saying? Bring y'all a full show breakdown because I ain't even watched the film. So this is just off the dome. I'm just talking to y'all during the smoke session. Like, let me tap in. Y'all probably been looking for me. So I'm gonna do a whole other live show when I get to the house, right? And I'm gonna just try to lock it in. I'm gonna watch the game again and really break it down, see what Bear was doing. Y'all say Bear wasn't doing nothing, right? But I think they all play solid. You think they all overrated? I don't actually think they really is because the dudes they supposed to have, they look like them dudes, right? So they were saying Nussmeier was nice. He was nice. He at least took what the defense gave him, right? Nussmeier took what the D gave him. He played solid. They receivers made plays when they could. They tackles was ass rated. You feel me? Because we didn't get no sacks, so they tackles played great. So I don't think they overrated. I think we just more underrated. That's what I'm saying. We gonna see though when LSU, like, this is the beginning, so we gonna see if they run through. I got a feeling they gonna do good in the SEC though, right? I got a feeling they gonna do good because Nussmeier, it seemed like he could still run their offense. I feel like this was more about us than them, right? I think it was more about us. Like, they whole game plan, I think, got threw out the window when they couldn't run. When they couldn't run against us, they abandoned the run quick. They abandoned the run quick. So, hey, this is more about us, y'all. Kenny Cox, like, we gonna see though, but gotta remember, LSU, they won 11 games last year. So they question mark was just, can they quarterback be decent? Which I feel like he can, right? Only other question is, could they defense be decent? And they defense look decent. Like, they defense made some plays. Coaching for sure. Like, I did see elite coaching from us. I seen elite coaching. Calling. We got protection. Miller Moss got the ball out quick. And we went right down the field. Like, you gotta love that. Like, pressure bust pipes. Like, these situations with this game, that last drive, that makes men. This type of win can carry us through the whole season. Like, the experience of this game, to start off the game with a comparative game, right? With a competitive game. No warm up like Oregon with Idaho. No Akron like Ohio State, right? Getting straight into the mix day one, not being your best. Like, look here, let me tell you, every college team is better week 10 than they is week one, right? So this is gonna help us when we playing tough games in the Big Ten, right? This already experience under every player belt and experience for us as a team. And I seen this with Texas last year. When Texas beat Alabama in the beginning of the season, that gave them confidence and carried them the whole season. Have a good night, bro. Be safe, right? The whole season. That carried Texas the whole season. This is gonna do a lot for the locker room. This is gonna make everybody believe more, right? This at least gonna give us another win. This off experience and confidence and being in the situation. 2 minute drive, right? Defense had to make a stop deep in the red zone, get a ball back to the offense. Let's go. This is what legend is made of. It's like a movie. They already doing a little behind the scenes with USC, making it like a movie documentary this year. I hope they film this. This gonna be an epic season. This gonna be a great journey. We gonna have fun this season. Best believe me, and we get to do it in the Big Ten. So y'all, we finna be on prime time every week. We finna be on prime time every week. So best believe the world for the knows about us. And come on, Jakeem Stewart. Hey, we gonna get a commit out this game too. I can't leave here without touching on that. Y'all know we in play for Jakeem Stewart, kid from Louisiana, right? He said he gonna be paying attention to this game in this season, right? I feel like we just won his commitment, right? If we continue to play at this level, make the playoff, 10 games, I feel like we won his commitment. And what's up, Isaiah Gibson? What's up? You said you want to go to a real program. You decommitted from SC and said you want to go to a real program. What you think about now, right? So this gonna do wonders for our recruiting class. This gonna do wonders for our recruiting class. Whoever was thinking about us, they really think about us now. Because remember, Riley Pettyjohn and a lot of recruits were saying like, it sound good at USC, but we just got to see it. A lot of recruits said that it sound good at USC, But this other school right here, they already doing it. We just gotta see it. They just seen it on prime time. They just seen it on prime time. So expect this recruiting class to get a boost, man. Don't let us knock off Michigan, bro. It's gonna be ugly. It's about to be ugly for ESPN, right? How about that, ESPN? I can't wait to what they gonna say, right? And I'm gonna make a rant because I could bet they gonna make excuses. It's gonna be about LSU. It's gonna be about what LSU didn't do, blah blah blah. But it's okay. It's okay. We gonna see because we on prime time all year. We got the Michigan game that gonna be on prime time. Notre Dame that gonna be on prime time. This game is on prime time. Penn State was gonna be on prime time. Like what? Like what? This is a revenge season. Hey, we on a revenge tour. We on a revenge tour for all the media pundits that don't know ball, want to act like and ignore all the changes we made on the coaching staff, want to ignore all the weight we gained, ignore the elite coaching staff we have, right? This is a revenge season. They gonna eat crow all season. They gonna eat, and it's too late to jump on the bandwagon. It's too late to jump on the bandwagon. They already imported their flag to where they want to go and where they want to be. So it's like we ready. Basically, we ready, and the world gonna be mad. And I'm all in their face all day, every day, right? So let's look forward to this Michigan game. I know Utah State game. We got to just get through that game unharmed. What y'all think, Michigan? Yeah, LA is used to the bright lights. We used to the bright lights. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Kenny, what's up, John Alexander? I appreciate you. Look, I'm so excited because I know this would I follow recruiting. So if y'all on my page, y'all know this page started with me doing the recruiting videos, checking the recruiting players out of high school. A lot of high school players that ain't even committed to USC and thinking about it, saying they want to go to USC. They feel it, right? They want to commit, but they ain't seen USC do it. So they got to see it to happen. They got to see it to believe it. And all they need to do is see it, and they going to be on board. I got them. Hey, look, I got the receipts on my Twitter, right? So when I get home, I gotta get home to do a video. I'm gonna do a whole video, right? This is this little freestyle live, right? I ain't even prepared nothing. I'm gonna do a whole video on the receipts. Y'all said I ain't even responding to them yet on Twitter, but I got a gang of receipts on my Twitter, at least like 2025, and I'm gonna respond to them tonight, y'all. And then when I make the video about the receipts, I'm gonna let y'all know that they respond back, that they hide, that they block me, because I got a gang of receipts. I at least got like 30 receipts on my page where it's media pundits, it's regular fans, it's nobodies and somebody's. I got a gang of receipts of LSU fans talking crap, right? So I'm gonna do a whole video on that. I ain't responded to it yet because I'm celebrating the victory. Like when we win, the first thing I don't think about is the haters. I'm happy for my team. Yeah, we won. The season looking great. We finna cause wreck this year. We can be legit, right? I'm so excited we legit. But you talking about you just remind I forgot about the receipts, right? Because the number one reason I want to win because I love USC, right? And then the bragging rights is bonus. So thank you, Superman, for even reminding me that. I'm finna hop on Twitter, bro, and get all these receipts. Now, John, I think I seen us blitzing a little bit. It's tricky. It don't seem like, or this is what DeAnton Lynn do, John. He'll make it look like he coming with a 4-man pressure or 5-man pressure, and he actually just do. But what he'll do, somebody who look like they about to rush in, drop out into coverage, and then somebody else who's in coverage rush the offensive line, right? So if you got 4 down linemen and you seeing 5, that's kind of like a blitz. You feel me? So he didn't go all out blitzes, 2-man blitz, but now he blitzed a little bit in the first half. But it's like it's unconventional how he do it. It's like he'll fake a blitz from one position and blitz it from the other position. You feel me? So yeah, but But we was doing better without the blitz, so I kind of see why. It was like, okay, when we blitz and they hitting us with the tight ends, they hitting a little drag right over the middle. They taking the easy stuff, right? So since they gonna take the easy stuff and try to gain yards, right? We gonna stop blitzing and make you play against the zone and make you check down. And then when you check down, though, it's a short game because we keeping everything in front of us. We was blitzing and then having DBs chase wide receivers. So sometimes when you blitz, it's hard to run a zone because that blitzer is vacating a spot, right? So you got to go man when sometimes when you blitzing or gonna be a wide open spot in the field. So we was blitzing and we was having our DBs chase. So they would chase and have good coverage, but then they'll dump it down and we'll be able to get a good game, right? So we stopped blitzing as much, so we didn't have to have our DBs chase. So when they dumped the ball off, it still was a minimal game. Like it's chess. It was chess out there. Like the LSU OC ain't that bad. The Lynn, he just able to make adjustments. He's seeing what we see as a fan. You know how we yelling at Alex Grinch, oh, why you don't do this? Like Lynn, like us. Yeah, they was dumping it off. And they dump offs was successful when we was blitzing and when we had our DBs chasing, right? But once we stopped blitzing, they hopped in the zone. In the middle of the field, we zoned our linebackers up on our safeties and gave our DBs cushion. When they dumped it off, it was short gains. We was able to come up and tackle. Jalen Smith was coming down laying wood. LSU defense had you worried in the fourth quarter. Why? I mean, yeah, it seemed like they was kind of getting pressure on Moss, though. And we got lucky. Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, we could have lost this game. But that's why I'm excited because we didn't play our best game, right? Remember, Moss had fun with the ball. We was lucky to recover that. We had that screen pass that Makai had recovered that. We lucky we recovered that. So just like if we lost y'all, we can't get too low, and we win, we can't get too high. I don't think I'm saying too high because I ain't saying we gonna win the natty or we gonna be favorites. I'm saying we gonna compete for the natty, meaning we can make the playoffs, and in the playoffs we got a chance to beat any team because of our coaching is so great. I mean, you see what great coaching do. You see North Dakota State take Colorado to the wire. They don't have more talent than Colorado because it's great coaching. Yeah, slap happy. Like we is soft. We was giving up cushion, but I don't feel like we got to. I feel like our DBs was good. Slap happy. That was the anti-land not want to give up the big play. We didn't want to give up the big play this game. We were playing two highs. Like slap. I don't know if you just got in there or you just got in here, slap. But I was just saying, like how when we was blitzing, it wasn't that effective because they was able to dump the ball off and get decent gains. Because when we blitzed, we got a more man. So when you blitz, more than likely somebody got a man up because that blitzer is vacating the spot on the field, right? So we was blitzing and going into man coverage, and we had our DB chasing, and they'll dump it to a tight end or a running back, and they would get good gains by doing that because we had our back turned chasing wide receivers. But we stopped blitzing as much, and we played a zone and kept the defenses in front of us. So when they did dump it off, it was short gains. Underneath, we was able to stop. We was able to keep the underneath to a minimum, especially in the red zone, right? But y'all got to think this college football is built for the offense. It's built for the offense. Like the D line can't even make a quick adjustment now no more. Like if the D line make a quick shift and the offense jump, that's a flag on the defense. They keep making college football more offensive friendly. So in this era where college football is so offense centric, and they even making even more rules this year to make it more offensive friendly for us to give up 20 points, I can't complain, right? And that's great. And that's a great thing, Slab Happy, because we didn't even play our best, right? We can still look at this game and complain, and we could get better. That's what's scary. We could be so much better. Just like you said, our D coverage was a little soft. We wasn't getting no pressure on the quarterback, right? They was eating up our linebackers and pass coverage. They could do better. So the fact that we can improve on everything we even done makes it scary. I feel like we got a scary defense, bro. And I know Lucas didn't get no sacks, but Lucas looked different. Yeah, Slap Happy and they Brandon Blind Kelly, huh? I watched a couple, right? I watched the other Carter dude at LSU. Check out the Carter LSU dude. Like, he got good content, right? If y'all just want to know something about LSU, I know I'm finna root for LSU the rest of the season. I'm a fan of LSU. I want them to run through the SEC. Because if LSU run through the SEC, guess what? Then USC, we they daddy. You know what I'm saying? We they daddy, right? If LSU could make it to the SEC championship game, then hey, we the SEC daddy, right? So I was watching their channels, and it seemed like they was blaming it on Brian Kelly, y'all. And I was like, man, I know how you feel when you feel like you got a coach problem. And one thing I know about coach problems, they don't get fixed. The coach is who he is at a certain point, right? Brian Kelly been around, he old enough, you know what I'm saying? And do coaches do get better, but not necessarily per season, during the middle of the season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Coaches improve season by season, not game by game, right? Yeah, once we able to dial up the heat, because I feel like after this game, we're gonna have more confidence in our DBs, like I said. Our safety, you know, Arnold, the linebackers, they was the ones giving up the pass plays. Like they was finding holes in the zone. Like our DBs looked good. So I feel like in the future, we gonna play more press, not necessarily press, but we ain't gonna be as soft on the coverage. We ain't gonna give up the easy underneath. We gonna start giving up the underneath stuff less, right? Our DBs is gonna stop, you know what I'm saying, giving that much coverage. As confidence grows. See, this gonna grow confidence in the whole team. The team gonna believe in the scheme even more. The players gonna believe even more, and the coaches gonna believe even more. So yeah, the offensive playbook gonna open up more. The defense playbook gonna open up more. See, it's a trust thing. Who got NCAA 25? Like it's a trust thing. So the more the coach trusts you, the more he gonna give them, right? So they're gonna go back and watch the film and be like, okay, how much can we trust these guys? And I feel like when they turn on the film and see our DBs, I feel like we gonna be more aggressive. I feel like we ain't gonna give up the dink and dunk. And I feel we gonna get a pass rush. Give LSU credit. I salute them. Cause I seen Shelby and Lucas, they look different and they was coming with it. And LSU was handling it. And then sometimes Lucas and Shelby beat the tackles, but Nussmeier just got the ball out. But I actually seen Lucas, I was watching Lucas win, but he would win on opportune times. Like, so I seen him beat Jones one time, nice little swim move, beat him, but it was one of them plays where they could dunk. Nussmeier got the ball out quick, bam. So I seen like 2 or 3 plays like that where Lucas beat his man, but Nussmeier got the ball out super quick. Same thing with Braylon Shelby. So I feel like eventually Lucas and Shelby finna be causing damage, y'all. And y'all watch that game. That's what I did notice with my coaches land. That Lucas and Shelby was beating their man. It was just on them inopportune times where Nussmeier was getting the ball out quick, right? And that was out of blitz. That's what I love, because the times I did see Lucas and Shelby beat their man, it wasn't even no blitz. So if we could get that pressure without blitzing, it's a wrap. We got a top 20 defense. And at this point, I expect it because I know football. I know football. I love this. I sleep like I know football. And Lucas look different, and Shelby gonna be a star. Now I didn't even make it to Vegas, but I ain't at the crib. You feel me? So I just had to do a little freestyle. I couldn't. I wasn't gonna do a video, but everybody did a video. I'm like, I gotta do a video too. Then I was gonna wait till I get home. I was gonna watch the game again to try to get that professional analysis to y'all, right? Give y'all some great content. But I thought about it, like we all USC fans. Everything ain't gotta be like professional breakdown of the game, right? So I'm gonna come over here. We've been finna talk Trojan ball. Forget the analysis. I'm gonna do that tonight and come with a video. But right now, nah, I ain't at home. It was my girl birthday, so I've been taking my girl around. It's been my girl day, so I've been doing whatever my girl want me to do today because it's her birthday. You feel me? So she wanted to pull up at her mama house. I'm at her mama house, right? So I'm like, okay. She done got drunk. She drunk. She out my hair. You know what I'm saying? So the girl then got drunk. So I'm like, all right, I'm finna go talk to the Trojan family then. So that's why I ain't been as busy. because I've been doing stuff for my girl birthday. You know what I'm saying? But I had to talk on this one, especially when I seen the LSU fans, and I can't wait to I bring y'all the receipt video. I'm gonna bring y'all the receipt video, right? I got a lot of Twitter, I got a lot of Twitter reposts where the LSU talking fans, and I'm gonna give them smoke, y'all. I'm gonna give them smoke, John. I'm gonna give them smoke because they was big talking. And I told them don't run. I was reposting it. They was like, go for it. Like, hey, I was reposting, bookmarking. They was like, go ahead and repost it. They wanted to smoke, so I'm damn sure gonna give it to them. Yeah, I feel like Slap Happy. I feel like Brian Kelly fake mad, right? I feel like he mad because all the media wanted them to win because they the SEC and we USC. He know he let a lot of people down. But how can he be mad at his team when we play how we play? Like we're not the same team. Brian Kelly should have kept it 100. Like, look, I know we ranked 13th and they ranked 23rd, but y'all underrated USC. They got some dogs over there. DeAnton Lynn. This is a game. This is a game where he supposed to let the world know, like, hey, USC ain't who they think they is, and we lost to a good team. He making it seem like we lost. They lost to a team that they were superior over. Yeah, John. I'm like, I couldn't drop. I've been. It's my girl birthday, so I ain't been able to drop videos. I wasn't even gonna drop this live, right? But she got drunk and started falling asleep, right? So I snuck out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna make up for it. I'm finna be bringing super content. The season on, it's up. John, I'm finna come back with the tour days. I'm finna hit up my boys, light the torch, see if they want to do a live soon or something. Hopefully they could drop a link. You feel me? And we could do a live together. Then I'm gonna do this my regular content videos where I pre-recorded, break down the content, break down the game, and bring y'all the receipts. But I had to come on. Okay, y'all said as soon as she went to sleep, I had to come on. Yeah, I don't think, man, I don't think they're gonna reply either, Vegas Trojan. But I'm gonna make them though. If they don't reply, they gonna have to block me, y'all. I'm finna be petty for y'all. Yeah, Blackie Chan, he probably couldn't because Blackie was actually at the game. So he probably drunk, was at the game having a ball, especially since we won. I know he was nervous during the game. It was a close game. So it's hard to be a fan in a YouTube content creator, right? Because we just want to be fans right now. So Blackie Chan, he's probably being a fan right now. You know what I'm saying? He probably at the casino gambling, having a ball. Fight on, Kenny. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here in the ghetto right now. My girl got me in San Bernardino, bro. Like, kind of treacherous around here. I'm risking my life to bring y'all this content. I had to step out. I had to step outside. In San Bernardino is dangerous, but I risk my life for the Trojan fans, and it's just too good of a day. It is too good of a day. Yeah, you got to out here, bro. Like that's why I don't live out here no more. Like San Bernardino will have you thugging, and you don't even want to thug. You in South Central? Hey, be safe. Celebrate this victory. LA should be good tonight, though. It should be like Ice Cube. It should be a good day. It should be a good night. Nobody should have to use their AK tonight. I'm on San Bernardino. I'm like off Del Rosa, bro. Yeah, Rialto. I'm in your neck of the woods. I'm like off Del Rosa and like I'm by that Del Taco. If y'all familiar with San Bernardino, I'm by that Taco Bell that's by that Circle K off Del Rosa. Now it's like Del Rosa and like basically like Del Rosa and Highland in between like Highland and Linwood. Yeah, my girl mama live over here. She wanted to see her mom. So yeah, she got me in the trenches. Baseline not that far. Oh yeah, you got property. Okay, y'all some ballers. Then I'm trying to be like y'all, man. I'm trying to own some property for real. Long Beach in the house. I love Long Beach. Even when I didn't live in Long Beach, I used to go to Long Beach. Just catch the bus from LA. Cause I used to like the girl. I don't know something about the girls in Long Beach. I used to like the Long Beach girls. And then on the north side of Long Beach, it wasn't that treacherous, right? So I'll be like fooling around on the north side of Long Beach. You didn't really need no strap like that. It wasn't like the east side where it was like, dang, you need a strap or something. You grew up in Long Beach? Where at? Cause I used to be on the north side. I had went to Long Beach, Jordan for my junior and senior year. Then my senior year I had to switch. I had to go to Paramount. But yeah, Long Beach memories. Like I lost my virginity in Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? So I'ma always have love for the beach. But yeah, D Coach Lynn, it's yes, Coach Lynn is a master. Like you see that master class? Hey D, if you just got it here, we all used to. Okay, we got Long Beach in the house. Everybody, yeah, Long Beach is a nice place. But yeah, D, if you just came in here, I was saying how our defense. And I hate to keep repeating myself, but people keep coming in and coming out, new people coming in. But the point that I was making was our defense didn't even play our best. I see so much more potential. I see so much more we left off the field. We could even be more dominant. We can even be more dominant. I know we didn't get no sacks, but our pass rush is gonna be better. We're gonna start getting home on a quarterback, right? And I feel like we're gonna get out of playing that soft coverage in the defense because I feel like our DBs earn more confidence and respect this game, right? So Glenn put on a master class, but I feel like we could play so much better. I feel like we're gonna be even much better. And this was a very good defensive performance. I mean, in college football nowadays, I'm telling y'all, to hold a team to 20 points, that's like holding a team to 10 points 20 years ago, right? So like 20 years ago, that's 10 points. They already created new rules to make the offense it more easier for the offense. So yes, it was a master class, but what is scary and the Big Ten should be scared about, and the world better be scared about is that ain't even their best game. They could play so much better on offense and defense. And wait till that offense start clicking. Because the offense couldn't get the run game going, and I feel like they will be able to. Because at times I seen them push around LSU. At times I did see the run game be a man. At times, so they got that potential. So I'm looking at the game. I only give us a B minus. Only give us a B minus. Like I said, we didn't get no pressure. We didn't get no sacks. Right? We only got one turnover at the end, and we still only hold them to 20. And we still held them to 20 with no pressures like that, no sacks, no turnovers. Defense was clutch. They was men out there, and more than the X's and O's, they didn't tap into our players' mentality. They got our players' mentality different. Like dog, y'all listen. We was down 17-13 in the fourth, right? And I was nervous. People were saying Bear only had one tackle. Yeah, Bear was getting rotated. We rotated a lot. Honestly, not one particular defensive lineman in there a lot. So we kept our D line fresh. Yeah. So I feel like our run game gonna be. I feel like everywhere we gonna improve because I seen the flashes of it, right? So once our run game get more consistent and Deanton Lynn open up his defensive playbook even more and trust his players because Deanton Lynn was kind of playing safe. Deanton Lynn usually blitz like 30, 40 times a game, y'all. And that let me know two things. He would change in the middle. He that let me know Deanton Lynn, he's humble, right? Somebody like Alex Grinch, he would die on his sword. Alex Grinch would see what he doing is not working and still do it because he hard headed. Even though Deanton Lynn, part of his bread and butter, right, is blitzing. He seen the blitzing was hurting us. He seen that when we blitzed, they found the open man, checked it down, and got decent runs and stayed ahead of us on the chains. Right? So he adjusted. He stopped blitzing as much. Right? He stopped blitzing as much. So I like that we got a coordinator that's realistic, right? All right, I'll call you. My bad, y'all. But the fact that he would get off his high horse and change his bread and butter because he loved the bits, that let me know he in tune with the game and he's a smart man. He just want to win. He ain't got no pride. He's humble, right? Yeah, I like Woody Marks. Woody Marks a baller. We need to give him the ball more, and we're gonna have time to develop more chemistry and confidence in the run game when we play that cream puff team like Utah State. That's what good with playing the cream puffs, because sometimes with the cream puffs you could get your rhythm, right? So I feel like our running game gonna get better. It gotta get better. It do. Like we could be a top 10 team like this, but we want to be top five. Our run game need to be a little bit better. It was too many 1 and 2 yard runs. Like they was kind of stuffing our runs sometimes. But we need to be more consistent with that, right? And then once we do that, it's a wrap, y'all. It's just simply a wrap. Yeah, Lacey got off, but when you think about it, Lacey was taking advantage of soft coverage. Then he took advantage of a couple safeties. Lacey wasn't really eating our DBs. So Lacey didn't eat in the second half because we didn't let him get singled up on no linebackers or no safeties. And he wasn't able to find no holes in the zone because we stopped blitzing and we had more men in the zone to cover the whole field. So Lacey is a good receiver, but a part of Lacey getting off, I think, it was his game plan. That's why I give Deanton Lynn credit. He went in at halftime and say, okay, y'all trying to eat with Lacey. He shut that down. Like, if you think about it, LSU, they was moving the ball down the field, but the only thing they could do consistently was get a ball so they tight end against our linebackers. Or just take the easy play when we gave them cushion, right? But sometimes you got to give up cushion because you don't want to give up the big play. So it's like every team, like you kind of got to like pick your poison. But I feel like we need to be more balanced. I feel like we shouldn't give up as much cushion. I ain't never been a fan of cushion, especially if you trust our DBs. But I trust Deanton Lynn. He know more ball than all of us. So I can't question the way nobody was playing because we won and we look like a totally great defense. But I'm just saying we can't tighten up the coverage and we could get pressure. And I believe we're gonna do both. And once we do that, look out. I already feel like we've been Michigan. I already because look at this defense. If you don't have a great quarterback, you ain't gonna beat us. You ain't finna score. You ain't finna score 30, 40 points against us. That's what I seen because they ain't running over us this year. I really seen them 1,400 pounds at work. I really seen them 1,400 pounds at work. You hear me? So teams gonna have to be able to beat us coaching. They ain't gonna be able to say, "Oh, we could just run the ball or just do this against USC because they so horribly coached on defense. We could do whatever." No, they're gonna have to outcoach our coaches, and I don't see too many coaching staffs that gonna outcoach our coaches. The Michigan quarterback suck. Well, then that's a dub. Y'all, if we beat Michigan and start off 3-0, we better be in the top five. Oregon need to drop, right? Oregon need to drop. And speaking of poll, what y'all think they gonna put us in the poll at? Slap, Vegas, Trojan, John. What y'all think we gonna rank? We 23 right now. So how far y'all think they gonna drop LSU, and how high up they gonna put us? Cause that gonna tell you who they gonna blame the loss on. If we don't at least go up to 13 where LSU was at, then they feel like LSU lost the game and we didn't win it, right? 12, 13. Would you be happy with that? Would you think they gonna drop us, and where y'all think we should be? So y'all thinking I see 12, 13. John said top 10. Rialto said 15. LSU should drop to 20. We should drop to 12. I'm with John, y'all. I think we should be top 10 because I don't think LSU is a bad team. I don't think LSU is a bad team, y'all, to be honest. I want to come over here and talk trash like, yeah, they suck, they trash. Man, it went down to the wire. We won with 4 seconds left. So if we think we a good team, we can't think they a bad team. So if they was 13, I should say, yeah, I'm with y'all 10 to 12. About 10 to 12. As long as we at that 12 mark, right? I know that the playoffs ain't gonna work like that with the top 12 ranked team, but if we long as we in that top 10, I feel like we gonna make the playoffs. And for us to be in the top 10, I don't think we could lose more than 2 games. So if we in the top 10, that means by the end of the season, at max, we lost 2 games. So that will put us in at least the Big Ten championship game. And I feel like 3 teams is gonna come out the Big Ten and go to the playoffs for sure. So if we beat Michigan, we could always have the bragging rights over Michigan. We don't play Oregon or Ohio State. So at the worst, we could be the third ranked team. At the worst, Oregon and Ohio State can run the table, and maybe we lose 1 game, and they in the Big Ten championship game. They the top 2 teams, and we the third team. That's the worst case scenario, right? If we playing good and we still don't make the Big Ten championship, right? If we get a loss and Ohio State or Oregon go undefeated, right? Worst case scenario, we'll still be the third best team in the Big Ten. In the Big Ten, they gonna get 3 teams in the playoffs, right? And then with the playoffs, I feel like we'll be a dangerous team because it's our coaching. Of course, Oregon, slap happy you want to reverse it. Of course, Oregon look average, right? Oregon, they like Texas A&M to me. Like they got a lot of talent but don't develop it. Y'all gotta remember, excuse me. Y'all gotta remember, that the coach that came from Oregon that helped us with the D line. He said that they teaching football on computers at Oregon. He took a shot at their coaching staff on how they coach before he came to us. So now I'm starting to believe it because no matter how much we hate Oregon, right? I don't see a defense like LSU in the big either. I don't like. I know this is gonna be the toughest offensive line we played before. I know that for sure. But back to Oregon, like I'm starting to believe they don't know how to coach up there because no matter how much we hate Oregon, y'all, no matter how much we hate Oregon, they got a stack. They got talent, bro. So for them to look mediocre like that, and it ain't about the necessary to score, they was getting pushed around though. Like Idaho them supposed to look on their level physically. And they wasn't finishing drives too. They was getting a lot of yards, but they wasn't scoring a lot of points either, right? So Oregon, I don't we might not have to worry about them as much as we think because it seemed like they can't develop, right? So Oregon, we might, you know what I'm saying, we might could flip some recruits from Oregon too, like. And y'all know I'm heavy with recruiting games, so I'm looking at this as like, man, let's flip some recruits. Oregon ain't looking that great. And maybe this gonna help our NIL with the donors, right? Maybe somebody write a big check. Hopefully, some millionaire USC donors were just waiting to see the product on the field and want to see if he can invest, right? So hopefully, a couple of 100 Trojan alumni, rich millionaires is like, okay, we willing to invest in this coaching staff and this US team. Let's go. So I'm looking about the future because I've been saying all season this game means so much for the future. It meant so much for the future in recruiting and future support for the program, right? So I think everybody around this program gonna be more invested, and I believe we got a lot of investors and boosters or donors, whoever you want to call them, that has been waiting to see if it's worth investing. See, I think a lot of our donors kind of, you know, doubted this coaching staff and if Lincoln Riley could actually get a defense and turn around. Yeah, Oregon problem is coaching because they got too much talent. Like that should have been a game. That should have been a 45-7. Now I hear Oregon fans saying, "Well, they didn't want to show nothing. They didn't run. They ran all basic plays. Well, with basic plays, you should be able to run up the score with them. But the fact that they couldn't smash them without running up the score says a lot. I ain't saying they trash, but USC and Oregon is closer. And then Dylan Gabriel, no, no, no. We thought Bo Nix was dinking dunk. We thought Bo Nix was dinking dunk. I think I seen this. I think he only averaged like 7 yards per pass in the air, like as far as the ball traveling in the air, right? Oregon, it was surprising Bo Nix balled the way he did. That kind of was like a revelation. He actually kind of balled last year for Oregon. But Dylan Gabriel looked like another Oregon door quarterback. Like Dylan Gabriel don't look nowhere near what Bo Nix was. Right? They Dylan Gabriel ain't nowhere near what Bo Nix was. So unless Oregon defense be some monsters, they're gonna be just like what was that analytic? What was that website that was saying that USC and Ohio State is gonna meet in the championship for the Big Ten? I'm starting to believe that now. Somebody knows something because Oregon don't. We look like we'll whoop Oregon. Yeah, I feel you, Vegas Trojan, and I want the recruits to notice that because with the talent what Oregon got, if them players on USC, you know our defensive staff and Lincoln Riley gonna have them boys balling, right? So that lets you know how bad our defensive staff was last year, right? So now I ain't worried about Oregon, but they wasting talent, and that talent might as well come to SC and ball, cause they get a lot of West Coast talent, right? And they waste it. I want that West Coast talent to stay at SC and get developed and actually win and get drafted and go to the NFL. The LSU O line best in the country. They got the best tackle combination. They got the best edge. They should have the best pass protection in the country for sure. But if they O line the best in the country overall, slap happy, then our D line is monsters. At least when it comes to the run game. Hey, and that's I should have known we was gonna be stout in the run though, because for one we got Coach Henny, and then for two, D'Anton Lynn had UCLA number 2. So D'Anton Lynn know how to coach a team up to stop the run for sure. And I'm just so happy that we could see our fruits to labor. Like, yo, I actually seen that 1,400 pound difference. Like I actually could see it and feel it. I swear to you. Like we look stronger than them. Like we look more like a SEC team. And I don't want to give them credit, that conference credit, but we look more like a SEC team than they did. It's like I'm saying, even if we would have lost, I'd have feel confident. Cause just how we was playing, even when we was losing. Even when we was losing to give it up plays, I felt like, okay, we gonna get them on the next play though. I feel like they was getting lucky. All right, I see what y'all doing. Y'all little punk ass, y'all gonna dink and dunk. Okay, y'all focusing on linebackers, pussies, right? And we figured that out. Took 4 quarters, but shit, we did it. I'm just happy we won too. You know why I'm just happy we won? Because win or loss, I can see, okay, we got a good team, right? And the fact that we won, I appreciate that. That gonna help recruiting and that confidence in that locker room gonna be like, y'all just gotta just for real. Brian Kelly, he now LSU just need to be the traditional SEC teams. Slap happy. They need to be the traditional SEC team and schedule a FCS for their first game. That's what LSU need to do. The SEC probably laughing at them like, LSU, y'all dumb. Y'all supposed to do it the SEC way. You supposed to schedule a FCS. You feel me, John? They should have did. They should have did it the SEC way. But either way, who we replacing Ole Miss with, I don't know. Probably I heard Fresno State or something because we probably all the teams we always usually play like Fresno State, San Jose State, San Diego State, maybe Nevada. You know what I'm saying something like that. We ain't gonna schedule an FCS, but we gonna schedule something like just like everybody else. Everybody else did it. We could have a soft out of conference schedule next year because we came into a new conference with a new quarterback and scheduled LSU game 1 when they said we was scared. So now that we proved that we ain't scared and we'll play some anybody anywhere any place with a new quarterback with a new system, we ain't got to try to prove nothing. We got a regular out of conference schedule like everybody else. We just got to keep Notre Dame on there. Keep Notre Dame on there. I mean the Big Ten tough enough, like the Big Ten tough enough, and then we keep playing Notre Dame. That should be a good enough schedule to for us to make the playoffs, right? Hey, slap happy, but them Georgia kids they watch it. I want to know how Isaiah Gibson feeling right now. Remember, Isaiah Gibson said he want to play for a real program. How this game remind you of the Bama game? We got waxed that game. Don't even. I still got nightmares that game. I remember that game. We all just came like, damn. Adoree Jackson was the only one that looked like he belonged on the field. We look like we belong. This game remind me, even though it was more competitive, it reminded me when USC, right, when we went down to Auburn and won 23-0. And I say that because that was a pivotal rebuild year. Like the year before, we finished good. We won a bowl game, right? And we came in the season with high hopes and expectations. But Auburn, like they swore they was ready for us, right? And we went down there and we shocked the world like, dang, USC shut Auburn out. So it just reminded me of the last time we played an SEC team. We was like kind of in the same situation, rebuilding, excited for the future, quiet confidence that ain't nobody else recognizing. See, we had lost Carson Palmer the year before. We had beat Auburn 23-0. Remember they had Ronnie Brown and Cadillac Williams. The quarterback they had Jason Campbell, right? And we had just lost Carson Palmer. And they felt like we was like a question mark. They didn't know what Matt Leinart was gonna do. So the same thing. Carson Palmer was a Heisman winner, right? Um, Caleb Williams was a Heisman winner. We just lost him. So we had a question mark at quarterback, and we was playing in the SEC where they supposed to, beat us. They, they supposed to beat us that game. In hindsight, hell no, right? Because that was a great Trojan team. But it reminded me of that. If USC, new beginning, new quarterback, you know what I'm saying? New coaches, right? Everybody sleeping on them, right? It was unexpected. The world was shocked. How we won and how we won. So that's what this game feel. I feel like, even though it was more competitive, I was shocked that we was actually more physical and looked more SEC like. Right? I was just hoping that we could be competitive, but I feel like we was more than competitive. We actually looked like the better team, even when we was down. Sleeping on they for real. They, hey, slap. My internet keep going up. Yeah, maybe this San Bernardino internet. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. But before I get out of here, yeah, they was more than sleeping on us. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long, but slap happy, they was more than sleeping on us, right? They showed they hand, right? They was super confident they was gonna win. They really believed it, bro. This hurt. They shocked. They shocked. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I've been on here hour and a half. See, time go by that fast. It's talking Trojan ball. We just love it, right? But I'm gonna make sure I get y'all a video tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go live. It might be around like 6:30. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna make a little post and let y'all know. But I'm gonna try to go live with a light the torch. I don't know how I'm gonna do it though, cause I ain't at home. I'll probably go live on their page with them and probably run a concurrent. Probably have to do the little stream yard on my phone, something like that, whatever. But yeah, man, we finna talk about this all week. We gonna break the game down even more. Like I said, I'm gonna watch the film. I'm finna watch every play for y'all, and I'm gonna give player grades and unit grades, and tell y'all how Bear really played. I'm gonna watch the all 22. So I'm finna break down on who was the stars, who could be better, and where everything was at, right? But until then, man, y'all turn up, man. I know y'all finna be watching USC highlights all day, all night. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go watch the highlights again. I'm finna watch this game again. You feel me? I don't know what y'all about to do, but I gotta bring this content for y'all. So I'm gonna watch the game again. I'm gonna try to hit my boys so we can go live again for y'all tomorrow. If I can't go live, I'm still gonna bring y'all that receipt video for sure. I'm gonna throw some videos. Like even when I slack off, y'all see me going a couple of days, I always make up for that. Like, hold on. Y'all gonna see a 2 a day or maybe even a 3 a day one of these days this week, right? Y'all gonna see a live in the video one of these days, especially when I get back home. So tomorrow Monday, I'm gonna be back home Tuesday. When I get back home Tuesday, y'all getting the live and the video. Know what I said? True, babe. Why you just coming here, man? You late. Go around this video, like, see on what I'm talking about. See if you agree with me. I think you know what I'm saying. We this gonna be a special season. Best believe, bro. This gonna be a special season. But until then, man, I'm gonna check in with y'all. It's Carter Sports. It's Trojan City. It's SC. Y'all turn up, stay up all night, call off for work. Enjoy this for 24 hours because we've been waiting 9 months and we could have lost and been sad tonight. So turn up, y'all. How about you was refreshing? Man, don't trip. I'm gonna go back on tomorrow. You feel me? I'm gonna do another line tomorrow. Don't trip. So just stay tuned. You feel me? Stay tuned. I'm finna run them up, especially on Tuesday. Definitely watch out for me on Tuesday. I'm gonna have the receipt videos of all these LSU fans talking trash, right? I'm gonna address that. So these next couple of days, y'all, Monday and Tuesday, I'm finna be on Twitter, like on them receipts, and see if I can get them to talk back. I'm gonna talk a little trash. I'm gonna let y'all know how I go. But until then, I'm out.